Miss Tanya Holmes. Let me get applause for that, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Tanya, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
All right. I'd like to first thank you for taking time out to give me a call. Without further ado, let's get into this real quick. First question I want to have for the listeners is, when did your love for basketball first begin?
Oh, boy. Wow, you're taking me way back now, Rob.
Yes.
I have to say the first time I actually saw it on TV, I want to say, boy, I must have been about 10.
About 10?
And I'm watching the NBA Finals. I'm not going to tell you who I was watching because that would date me too much, but I was watching a couple of games on there, and I was listening to the commentators, and I just liked how they were painting the picture for me to understand the game, and it just kept drawing me in closer and closer and closer.
Mm-hmm. So then, did you start playing? Come on, fill us in.
Oh, yeah. After that, I started to play, but at that point in time, there weren't very many girls that were playing, so of course I was stuck with playing with the guys. No offense to the guys, but I just wanted to play, and it didn't matter who I was playing with at that point because I knew this was something I wanted to get closer to, understand better, participate in. Even at that age, it was just something I was drawn to. Nobody in my family ever played.
Wow.
I'm the youngest of 5 sisters, so as you might imagine, everybody in my family was like, what is wrong with her? What is she, why does she want to do this? She's getting all sweaty and outside playing with these kids, but I just couldn't stop. I couldn't get enough of it. I was watching it all the time. I was playing it whenever I had a chance, before school, after school, lunchtime. Whenever I heard a ball bouncing, that's where I was. That's what just kept building and building like a snowball year over year over year.
And so how far did you do? Did you play any high school or any AA?
Oh, absolutely. I played, middle school was the first exposure I had to organized ball because my parents didn't know how to find places for me because they didn't know anything about basketball at that point, but they quickly got to understand the game because they were at games all the time after that. But middle school I started to play. Of course, I went on to high school, I played at University of Connecticut. Helped Gino get to his first Final Four, which was a fun experience.
Wow.
And just watching what happened since has been amazing. I did a tour with an Australian team after that, and here I am.
Okay. So now, leading up to the ownership of the Jersey Shore Riptides, my first question is, what made you interested in getting into ownership?
Oh, boy. Okay, so after I finished my playing days, I went into the regular private sector, into finance and banking. Found myself moving up the ranks there. Got my master's in finance, sitting behind the desk and looking at Excel spreadsheets all day for years, year over year. And then, you just can't get it out of your system. It's in you. You can't ever walk away from it completely. Although I tried to be normal, quote unquote, for my adult life and my career, but it just kept drawing me back. So when I saw the opportunity to have a different kind of role in the sport, because obviously now I'm years have passed and I'm in decent shape, but I'm not in that great a shape where I can play. I decided that this would be a good fit for me, considering my finance background and looking at opportunities, obviously, that would help my family as well. And then also doing something I love. It was a perfect opportunity for me to melt all that together and jump in. So, of course, when I saw that opportunity, I had to do it.
Wow. And is there anything in particular that drew you particularly to the women's ABA?
Oh, gosh. It's a great platform. I think that with everything that's on the horizon, with what's happening in society right now, with my passion, and I know other owners within the league's passion to promote the strength of women and the ability of women, I just think the WABA provides so many things that can help in those efforts, even in giving somebody like me a platform to allow other women who are like me, who may have this opportunity to kind of step use as a stepping stone or make it a, whatever they want to make it, to be honest with you, because the opportunities are endless with it. And me being able to play a part in that journey for them is such a payoff for me emotionally and just psychologically. I think also being able to connect with the community and being able to kind of give back there as well and kind of pull other people forward if I have that opportunity using this platform is such a great, great way to do it. And it's fun. So all of that you can't beat. You can't beat that.
I agree. And speaking of the community, how do the Jersey Shore, how do Riptides, how do they plan on empowering your local community through this love of basketball?
Oh gosh, we are so much about partnership. I think that it's so crucial for any business, especially with entertainment and sport. Any business, though, across the board should be willing and wanting to connect with the community in whatever capacity is most needed in that area. I happen to believe that connecting to the youth pulls through to everybody. So I think giving back to the youth, providing them with programs, clinics that we could put on that could help teach them more than just the skills of basketball, but just in how to be a good team player, a good teammate, a good contributor in whatever capacity, whether that's contributing to their community, giving back to people that may need it, or in sport, or whatever way that we can show them a lesson that they can take and apply throughout life. I think that's huge. But the youth that's always been my passion. So I think that's probably where we will do the most of our work is with the youth in the communities that we are playing in.
Great. Sounds great. And let me switch just a little bit and get into the coaching situation. I see that you hired a coach, but you have a coach in place, Vic Gilmore. Am I correct with that?
Yes. Okay. Yes, you are correct. Yes. Okay. I'm so excited to have him.
Can you tell us anything about Vic and his background or what?
Vic is great. Vic is awesome. Vic has such a knowledge of the game, and he is so driven by just continuing to evolve. He has a tremendous background already, having coached in Division I and having been a major part of recruiting and video coordination and strategy, and he does lessons and individual instruction. His technical knowledge is through the charts. Also, his ability to connect with the players. Just his experience in general is just a perfect fit. I think our philosophies work well together. I think his coaching style is something that I would probably, if I were a coach, I would probably be that way, the way he is with his players and how he approaches the game in general. But he's relentless. He's relentless in his efforts, and he's relentless in his want to do better. Even if it's he's a perfectionist. And I think that is such a great character trait, along with all of his experience and his ability. It's just a perfect fit for us.
And speaking of players, have you started holding your tryouts? You started recruiting? What's the situation or the status with your players? Okay,
now you're getting into my trade secrets here. So with that said, yeah, we definitely are. We have our eyes on a few marquee, what we think to be franchise marquee players that we're trying to kind of bring over into our camp, so to speak. But yeah, the official tryouts will be in June. We are having an open gym starting April 11th. That will, of course, we will be in the building. So if there are players that catch our eye in that, we definitely want to connect with those people. But it's really just a platform, the open gym, a platform for people to come in and kind of play in a competitive environment. Serious players, who wanna maybe try out with us, hopefully. But also just to kind of get our feet wet in the community there in Long Branch.
And what is the location for the open gym?
The open gym will be at Bucky James Community Center in Long Branch. It's on Wilbur Avenue. And it's a nice facility. We definitely we'll have our practices there as well. So it's somewhere that we've made one of our homes.
Okay. And let's get to the games, touch on the games a little bit. when we come to a Jersey Shore Riptide game, what should the fan base expect?
We are trying to create a nice, crazy environment for families. So it should be. They should expect to be able to bring anybody from their toddler to their grandma, and they all should have fun at these games. We definitely want to have the best crowd. We want to definitely connect with our crowd. Accessibility to our players, because without the fan base, we are nothing. So we definitely want to get to know them and have them get to know us, and we want it to be a family feel, definitely.
I agree. And I want to just ask you one more question about the players. Exactly what are you looking for in a player?
I want a player who not only has the skill level that obviously is required to play at this level, but I want players that have the personality and character that fit with our philosophy, which means we definitely want to elevate our game so that we can elevate the game, because we want to push the game forward, right? So if we have people who can come in and be committed to that effort, those are the people that we want. We can give them resources to help them build up additional skills if there's one area that they might need to work on, or whatever the case may be. But character is really important to us, so we want to definitely have people that can represent us well on and off the court.
Wow. Okay, and I want to close it out. If there's not anything else you want to say, but before I close it out, what I want to say to you is I want to thank you for being part of this. Individuals like you are very important, just to show young ladies across the world that they can be owners, they could be players, they could be part of a franchise, and it's attainable. So I just want to thank you and remind you that individuals like you are very important to the game of basketball. And I just lost for words. When I see people like you, it just really makes me choked up, because like I said, without that, a lot of people go through their collegiate years and pretty much that'll be it. If they don't get overseas, that'll be it. But this opportunity to WABA, teams like the Jersey Shore Riptide, it gives you an opportunity to continue your career. It gives you an opportunity to be part of a franchise. And I want to thank you on that. But
wow, thank you.
In closing, where could anybody interested or have any questions to you, where can they reach you at?
Oh gosh, they can either, where everything is on the website, so they can go to www.jerseyshoreriptidewaba.com.
Yes.
No spaces, no dashes, no dots. So it's www.jerseyshoreriptidewaba.com. My email is there, my phone number is there, or phone number where you can reach me, and all the information is there. Or they can go to Instagram, where we are set up as Jersey Shore Riptide _ on Instagram.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tanya. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
That was Miss Tanya.